going to once again show you how rigged the NBA is. So Lakers versus Philadelphia Kobe Bryant ritual. Kobe Bean Bryant died on the 26th of January 2020. And then the Lakers play his hometown team, Philadelphia 76ers, 1 year and 1 day after the anniversary of his death. A nice 11 there for a master number. So weeks in advance, I said that Philadelphia would come into this game with a 12-6 record for a tribute to Kobe, and they would beat the Lakers. I said it weeks in advance. It happened. I even had Philadelphia to lose to the Detroit Pistons to ensure that they would get that 12-6 record. And Detroit Pistons are bottom of their conference, Philadelphia top of their conference. This is what they do. It's so rigged. So a few days ago, Philadelphia are getting beat by the bottom of the conference. And then a few days after, they're beating the NBA champions. 101, this was a huge part of my decode. So the Philadelphia win took them to a home record of 10-1, like 101. The Lakers picked up their first away loss of the season and dropped to 10-1 away, again, which I predicted, for another 101. And they dropped to 10-1 away in Philadelphia. Philadelphia equals 101. Biden equals 101, and he's from Philadelphia, just like Kobe. And in Kobe's last ever game, the Lakers beat the Utah Jazz 101-96. LeBron Raymond James equals 101. So just with the 101s, I could have ended it there and pretty much guaranteed that this was going to be a Philadelphia win. The 113s, though, were important. In Kobe's last ever NBA game, he played against the Utah Jazz, as I've said, where the Lakers won 101-96. And Kobe Bryant equals 113, Utah Jazz equals 113, and they're the only team in the NBA who have a gematria value of 113. And Doc Rivers, Philadelphia's head coach, equals 113. Remember, I've done a whole video on the number 113 and how it's the number of deception. So how much of a joke that Kobe Bryant's last game was against the Utah Jazz? I'm just shocked that the Lakers didn't end with 113 points in that game, but 101 makes sense as well, doesn't it? Kobe tribute. So Philadelphia came into the game with a 12-6 record, like I said they would. And Kobe Bryant died 126. Philly came into this game with 137 all-time wins versus the Lakers. 137 is the 33rd prime. And if you type in Kobe equals 33, and he wore the number 33 for his college team. We know that's a big Masonic number. And I saw afterwards that both teams took 41 field goal shots. Kobe Bryant equals 41, and he died at the age of 41. Again, just for both teams to have the exact amount of field shots taken. What are the chances? They literally mock us even with field goal shots, not just the end score, or the halftime score, or the all-time records. They just do it. They'll do it. If you're talking about soccer or football, they'll do it with corners. They'll do it with yellow cards. They'll just push their numbers, whatever their numbers are for that specific year or week or day, depending on the numerology. 24. So 76ers Joel Embiid just played his 224th career game. Played it against the Lakers. He wore a pair of sneakers dedicated to Gigi and Kobe. So Gigi was Kobe's 13-year-old daughter who supposedly died in a helicopter crash with Kobe. And so basically he had 2 and 24 on them, on his sneakers, like 224. Like it was his 224th career game. Gigi wore number 2 and Kobe wore number 24. So Gigi was supposedly a very good basketball player. And obviously Kobe is one of the greatest to ever play the game. And isn't that interesting? He got the match-winning shot with 2.4 seconds on the clock. Are you kidding me right now? He basically took the game to 107-106. Lakers had no timeouts. Game over. And I spat my juice out when I saw that the winning shot was taken by this guy. What a joke. What a joke, guys. Like I said, I can sit here all day long, winning thousands of dollars every week, keeping my mouth shut, keeping my head down, but I'm sharing this because this is more than rigged sports. The whole system we live in is rigged, is corrupted. I am telling you. And people still dismiss what I'm saying. Now I'm giving people betting tips and they're winning. They're more open to it. And this is a lot of the reasons why I'm giving out these tips and why I provide this decode for people to see. Because if they start believing professional sports are rigged, then they'll accept that politics is rigged and all the other stuff in this scripted matrix that we're living in. 144 and 145. Lakers came in with a record of 14-4. 14 wins, 4 losses. The Jesuit order equals 144. People who are behind all these agendas. The loss dropped the Lakers to a record of 14-5, and champions equals 145. How they're the current NBA champions and how they're going to win again this year, and how LeBron's going to go 5-6 in NBA finals for another 56 ritual. The Lakers will be going back to back equals 201. The Jesuit order. 136 and 46. So the Philly win took them to a record of 13-6. Philadelphia 76ers, their full franchise name equals 136. 46 equals 136. That's significant because Biden is from Philadelphia and he is the 46th US president. Remember, Catholic equals 46. He's the second Catholic president. The first Catholic president was JFK, who died at the age of 36, was assassinated supposedly. LeBron James got 46 points in his previous game against his hometown club, Cleveland Cavaliers. He's currently 4-6 in NBA finals. It's just a joke how they sync it all up. They sync up sports, deaths, politics. I keep trying to tell people. Soon enough, the evidence I'm putting out will be unquestionable. And some additional decode that I put together, the game ended 107-106 to Philadelphia. That's 213 points combined. And I used to live in Los Angeles for 5 years, and the area code of LA is 213. I know that. So again, another ritual. I think their whole thing is to get in as many rituals as they can in games. It's like a little game for them. The score at halftime was Philadelphia 55 and Lakers 51. That's interesting because the upcoming Super Bowl will be the 55th Super Bowl and the 51st modern era National Football League championship game. I told you how they sync it all up. 55-51. And take a look, the underdog was leading, and I do believe the Bucks are going to beat the Chiefs. I have a lot of people now sending me some really interesting decode for the Chiefs, and they have so many really good riddles, and so does Patrick Mahomes. But I'm sticking with the Bucks. I'm going to stick with the Bucks. The amount of decode I've got on Tom Brady and the Bucks is off the chart, but again, it's a lot going for Kansas City Chiefs and Mahomes. I also noticed that LeBron ended with 6 assists and 6 rebounds, and I know LeBron is associated with the number 66. LeBron equals 66, LeBron James equals 66, and Lakers equals 66. I think he's going to go 6-6 in NBA Finals with the Lakers. Then he might play 1 year when his son's in the NBA and they'll play together, probably in Cleveland. It's pathetic, these storylines, to be honest. So there you have it, guys. I won a ton of money on this game. I put it on my Patreon, so a lot of other people won a lot of money. So there you have it. Lakers versus Philadelphia Kobe Bryant ritual. The NBA is rigged.